culture was so much that it created that atmosphere of respecting each other and knowing our places. zveBeijing zvapakazoita zvezvendo zvakakanganisa zvinhu zvakawanda. Sorry to speak in Shona now, but that thing spoiled a lot of things, Madam Speaker, to be honest with you. When we knew that a husband is a husband, and I'm the wife, and I'm supposed to be obedient to the husband, things were okay. But the moment when you came and said, no, we've got equal rights, I know they're supposed to be there in the modern world, but believe me, most of these cultural things that we want to abandon are making us have headaches today. If you look at the law that we put now, to say that we cannot even deal with our own children. Look at the Nyaopi mess up that we have created now. We have created monsters out of our children because of laws that we have passed in this parliament, even to say that we can't discipline our people. You see? So I think in all this, let us think and embrace and take back our culture. When I grew up, I knew that my father was the head of that family, and that was that. Whether my mother was working harder than my father or earning better than my father, but still should be subservient to my father, and that kept peace. The peace has been eroded because now we think that we are all equal, and therefore I must also, as a woman, command my way through the family. So, Madam Speaker, as I sit down and conclude, let me hasten to point out the good book, the Holy Book. It is a verse that says, women, submit yourselves unto your husbands. And as long as we claim to be Christian here, let's not pick and choose which verses to follow. If you want us to bet on it now, I can bet you my last dollar. If all these women had to be subservient to their husbands and obey them, I can tell you, honestly speaking, my head can be put on the block. You will never find domestic violence anymore. The domestic violence is caused by that issue of challenging each other, looking down upon each other, and giving us children that are not ours. All those things anger us. And when we are angry, we will do anything, and that thing will never be solved. With these words, I want to submit and say, Chairperson of the committee, please go back to the ground. The men are suffering more than the women. The men are just quiet. And I pray that our government chief whip, and myself included, will not be tormented by our wives when they get home for this speech that we have made today. But anyway, I'm sure we've got parliamentary privilege. So I submit. I thank you.
Thank you very much.
Point of order, Madam Speaker, ma'am.
Honorable Kupe.
Madam Speaker, ma'am, I really respect the presentation by Honorable Chuma. But it is not true and it's not factual that men are suffering more than women. It's not true. That we don't have such statistics. More women are suffering than men. I'm not saying that there are men who are not suffering, but statistically, women are suffering more than men. We want to put the record straight.
Order. We all have the right to debate. And I'm sure, Honorable Kupe, if you want to add your voice to this motion, feel free to approach the Chief Whip and do so.